soon as Dr. Modi gives me green light, we will start. May we? I'm Dr. Nitin Shah. I'll tell you what I do after the prayers. For prayers, I'll invite Bhagwan Chandraprabha, postdoc fellow at Claremont School of Theology, Professor Venu Mehta, and request few women to join her. Susma Ben Parekh, Kinna Gandhi, Usha Vadar, Raviji Jain, and Ritaji Parson. If you would join, that would be nice for the Navkar Mantra.
The Namokar Mantra prayer, often called Navkar Mantra, is the most sacred and fundamental prayer in Jainism. It is a universal prayer that pays deep respect to five supreme beings: the enlightened souls, the liberated souls, religious leaders, teachers, and all the mendicants in the world. The prayer does not ask for any favor. Instead, by reciting it, the devotees aim to purify their thoughts and cultivate humility. It is often the first prayer taught to the children and is recited during meditation and daily rituals. The Namokar Mantra prayer that we just recited is the best thing that highlights Jainism's core values: self-discipline, non-violence, truth, and compassion. Thank you. Jai Jinendra.
Thank you, Veniben, and all other women. Appreciate it. Now it's time. What do? I put people to sleep and wake them up. I'm a medical doctor and anesthesiologist. And if you don't wake up and end up in ICU, I take care of patients in ICU as well. Thank you. We are here to witness a historic moment, and I welcome all the officials on behalf of Jain Center of Southern California, the host place. I happen to be past president of it, and Claremont School of Theology. I happen to be a board of trustee. With that, we have from Claremont School of Theology, or I will say CST, President Hagia, Chair of Board of Trustees, Ms. Ferris, past President Dr. Jeffrey Kwan, and other trustees. Then we have President of Jain Center of Southern California, Samir Shah. Unfortunately, he could not join us as he is little sickness. We have Chief Executive Officer of Arihant Institute, Dr. Parveen Jain, Dr. Jaswant Modi, past President of Jain Center of Southern California, and major donor for the Bhagwan Chandraprabha endowed professorship in Jain Studies at CST. And also, we have esteemed presence of 3 past presidents of Jaina, which is Federation of Jain Associations in North America, Dr. Sulek Jain, I also call him grandfather of Jain academic education, Mr. Dilip Shah, and Mr. Maheshwadar. And all donors for this endowment, esteemed professors who are here to not only witness this event, we just took this opportunity, Sivani Ben, to join your education second annual seminar of reimagining gender in Jain traditions. With that, ladies and gentlemen, what brings us here? And I will quote Sebastian Barry. He said, there is seldom a difficulty with religion where there is a friendship. And that is what CST embodies with Jain community, and you will find out in a moment. I'm honored to be here, and I will share you the journey that Jain community has taken in starting with, proud to say, Los Angeles of America, and of course now around the world. Where did it all begin? 2005, Dr. Sulek Jain and Dr. Sugan Jain of New Delhi, India, they formed ISJS, called International School of Jain Studies. And their objective was to start educating non-Jains, non-Indians, and also Jains who want to learn more. Then, 2008, the past chairman of Jaina, Mr. Dilip Shah, formed Jaina Academic Liaison Committee, which was chaired by Dr. Sulek Jain for a while, and I'm the current chair. Moving along, it was in 2011 that we got our biggest break of this movement. And before that, of course, must recognize a chair that was established by Prem Jain, Kirti Jain, and others at Florida International University. That happened in 2010. 2011, I got a call from Dr. Sulek Jain and Dilip Shah if I can join, lead, and help this movement. And this was all started by, I am so glad that she just walked in, Brianne Donaldson. That's correct. She was a student of ISJS and also a student of Claremont School of Theology. And I happened to have the honor of working with her in 2012 and 13. And then, of course, she got the PhD. But what happened, a historic moment, we must pay tribute to Mr. David Lincoln. He offered X amount of dollars to Claremont School of Theology for interfaith and based on South Asian religions to teach the students at CST and beyond. And Brianne brought this to Sulekji, and the rest, as they say, is the history. So then, along that time, UC system came up with a plan to support with $500,000 for a chair, and we were fortunate to establish 3 chairs in UC system: University of California, Irvine, University of California, Riverside, and University of California, Davis. And Dr. Jaswant Modi, again, led the movement at that point. And for UC Riverside, we also had Mr. Maheshwadar, who was a leader for finances. So, but before that, or while this was going on, another interesting thing happened. Claremont Lincoln University, that Mr. David Lincoln had started, got parted ways with CST. And during that time, Dr. Kwan, who joined in August of 2013, CST, just in case you forgot Dr. Kwan, I remember that. And we were working with him, and he invited the Jain community to continue Jain education at CST. Great. So many universities have done this, but Dr. Modi and Dr. Jain, has any university so far have called us that I quote Dr. Kwan, a Jain community leader and a teacher to teach the classes at CST. Ladies and gentlemen, I had not heard of that before. So I said, what are the qualifications required? 2, person must have master's degree because this is a graduate school, and should be teaching something somewhere. And I certainly knew who I was going to call, and I'm going to call up next her. But before that, I just joked, well, I'm a medical doctor, and I'm a teacher. I used to be until 2016. Can I be the teacher? And yeah, he said yes. Of course, it wasn't meant for me, but I made sure Professor Susma Parekh, I did not leave her any option to say no, becomes the teacher. So that's the history. Please, Susma Ben, join us to carry on with your experience of teaching at Grammar School of Theology. Thank you. While she comes, we hope to conclude this by 12:30. We do have multiple challenges here because of multiple programs, which is a good thing. We like it. So I will be guiding you to go for the lunch. And Simani Ben, we will do the tour of the facility after lunch so that at 12:30, the Pathshala finishes and you will definitely see a zoo of people. And let's see if we can make it. Thank you, Professor Parekh.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nitin Bhai. Thank you, Dr. Jeffrey Kwan, for giving me an opportunity to be part of Claremont community, Claremont family. So as Nitin Bhai said, I was very reluctant in the beginning because I was having full-time job, plus I was teaching at Pathshala, plus other volunteer service. So I wasn't sure if I can handle this responsibility because once you commit, you have to put everything 100% in there. So after thinking 2-3 months, finally I said, okay, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try my best. Oh boy, but once I went there, I had a completely different experience. When I saw the student there, they were so passionate about learning. They wanted to really know the details of Jainism. So the first semester, I started in 2015. I was there until 2021. So it was a 1 semester per year, 15 classes, 3 hours per class. So the first year, we had almost 7 students. And I thought, I wasn't sure, how much detail I want to go. I wanted to give as much as I can, but I was kept a little bit high level in the beginning because I didn't want to overwhelm them. But within 2 classes, they said, no, we want to learn more. We want to go in more detail. And I was very happy. So I said, let's go. So first half of the semester, we covered more of Jainism history. Then we looked at literature. Then we looked at layperson and Jain monks and sadhus, conduct, vows. We looked at rituals. We had a Jain center tour. They had to write a paper on that. And the second half, it was related to more philosophy. So we focused on in-depth Jain philosophy, where we covered karma theory, 14 stages of spiritual progression, 16 reflection, and lot of things. And amazing thing was, the first half semester, they have to visit Jain temple and write a paper on Jain way of life. So which was very nice field trip, coming, visiting, looking at, real-time example, what they are doing in the temple. And the second half was where they have to write a paper. And the paper was comparative study between what they learned on Jain philosophy and what their beliefs are. But they went really in depth, understanding, doing research, writing paper, and some of those papers we actually published in Jain Digest. So it was very fulfilling, very satisfying, and even though I had to write 2 hours to get there because it was in the afternoon, alone, and while coming back, it was only 1 hour. So first, from 2015 to 2019, it was in-class type of learning. Then after that, in 2019 to 2021, it was online. So it's got a little bit better, but then online has some challenges, right? So how do you make sure they get everything? But that worked really well. So overall, it was a great experience. As far as students are concerned, I can talk about 2, 3 distinct students. The first year, one of the person, he said, he got so inspired and intrigued with vows, layperson vows and monks' vows, right? He said, oh, how can I take those vows? What can I do to do that? It was so, I had tears in my eyes. I said, oh my God, you want to go to that level? So I guided him on that. Then second half, when we talked about karma theory, one of the students, we talked about what is karma theory mean and how you can really separate yourself, who you are. You are as a soul and body is not you. So he got into accident. And then he was gone for a couple of weeks. He came back, and I wanted him to share his experience. What did you do? How did you apply what you learned? And he literally talked about, based on what he was going through in the body and how he separated himself, being a soul as an observer, and what is going on in the body, and how that brought peace at that time. So that was some experience. And then after years, one other student, she had a diabetes. And she really wanted to see what she can do to, get over her pain and whatever is happening. So she applied something. Then one time we had some student came here. They talked about also their other experiences. So basically, it was not just the theoretical teaching. I could see the transformation. I could see the application of that in their life and how they brought peace and bliss to themselves. And that was very, very satisfying. So thank you so much for giving me opportunity to be part of the Claremont community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Parekh. Next, I invite past president and President Emeritus, that's the title, correct, Dr. Hagia, for Dr. Kwan? Dr. Jeffrey Kwan. And while he walks in, I have 2 more announcements to make. Please, come on, Dr. Kwan. Following this signing ceremony, the California State University of Long Beach conference starts right in this room. Today, it is at Jain Center, and the next 2 days, it will be at Long Beach. And Professor Brian Donaldson wants us to know one very important thing. He brought to our attention that Department of Governmental Efficiency is eliminating awarded grants to National Endowment for the Humanities. And she requests all of us to do our part to kind of appeal against it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shah. Jai Janendra, friends. I want to begin by expressing my deepest appreciation to several people without whom this event, this endowment could not have happened. And first and foremost, of course, is Dr. Nitin Shah. I also want to acknowledge Dr. Jaswant Modi, who is our major donor for this endowment, and for the support and participation of Dr. Sulek Jain and Dr. Pavin Jain. This group of friends worked together, and I had the honor of just working and supporting their work. And this is the result of the work. So thank you very much, friends. It has been one of my greatest honors and joys of my academic career to work alongside the Jain community over the past 12 years at Claremont School of Theology. Today marks the culmination of a long-standing friendship and fruitful partnership between CST and the Jain community. I could not be more delighted as we gather to celebrate the establishment of the Bhagwan Chandra Prabha Endowed Professorship in Jain Studies at CST. Claremont School of Theology played a foundational role in the early conversations around the academic study of the Jain tradition, as you heard from Dr. Nitin Shah and Mrs. Sushma Parekh. These discussions began at Claremont School of Theology in 2011, led by our former Dean and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Philip Clayton. Dr. Philip Clayton sent his regrets that he could not be here. He really was hoping to reschedule his other commitments so that he could be here. So he asked that I send his greetings to all of you. Dr. Philip Clayton worked together with dedicated members of the Jain community, including Dr. Sulik Jain, Mr. Dilip Shah, and Dr. Nitin Shah. As Dr. Nitin Shah mentioned, Dr. Brianna Donaldson, who was a student at Claremont School of Theology at that time, played a vital role in nurturing the emerging partnership. And from that moment, CST joined this effort. We have been deeply enriched by the collaboration that followed. I joined CST in 2013 as the 7th president, a deep, deep honor and privilege of my life. I was drawn by the school's bold commitment to interreligious theological education, long founded by the late Dr. John Cobb. In those early years, the Jain community made extraordinary contributions that helped shape our shared path together. They offer scholarships for students to study the Jain tradition in India through the International School of Jain Studies. And I believe Dr. Donaldson led the students there in those years. Under Dr. Nitin Shah's leadership, they raised funds for 3 international conferences on the Jain tradition. They supported and facilitated annual courses in Jain studies at CST. That early vision to bring Jain studies into the academic fold has grown exponentially. You will hear more about this from Dr. Sulik Jain later. Today, endowed chairs and postdoctoral fellowships in Jain studies can be found at universities all over the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and elsewhere in the world. Thanks to this inspiring philanthropic initiative, students throughout North America are now engaging deeply with the profound insights of Jain philosophy. CST has been a grateful beneficiary of this ongoing collaboration. Dr. Nitin Shah, who has served faithfully on our board of trustees, also led the effort to raise funds for this endowment. Mrs. Sushma Parekh enriched our curriculum by offering an annual course in the Jain tradition. And the Bhagwan Chandra Prabhu Postdoctoral Fellowship in Jain Studies, now held by Dr. Venu Mehta, was made possible through the generosity of the Jain community and has further strengthened our interreligious programming. In partnership with Arianta Institute and Dr. Praveen Jain, CST now offers a Master of Arts in Engaged Jain Studies, an important milestone in our shared vision. Soon, we will launch a Doctor of Philosophy in Engaged Jain Studies, also in collaboration with Arianta. It is the establishment of this endowed professorship that is making the launching of a PhD degree possible. The teaching of Jain tradition will remain a vital part of our work in inter-religious theological education and in training the next generation of scholars in Jain studies. Jain philosophy, with its core principles of ahimsa, apagriha, and anekanvada, offers profound guidance to our world today. In a society often shaped by materialism and division, these teachings call us to live with compassion, humility, and a commitment to justice. They invite us to embrace diverse perspectives and foster a more peaceful and interconnected world. And this semester, I am co-teaching a class on Jainism, on forgiveness in Jainism and Christianity, together with my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Venu Mehta. And I have personally learned so much about the Jain tradition myself. So, my deep, deep appreciation to all the donors who made this endowed professorship possible, and to the Jain community for your unwavering support and friendship. Thank you. Your generosity and partnership continue to shape a more inclusive and academic future for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kwan. Thank you. Now I will call upon grandfather of the Jain academic education in the world today. Where have we reached in last 15 years, Dr. Sulek Jain?
Please give another big round of applause to Dr. Kwan. What a beautiful clarion call. What a beautiful leadership you have provided. We are truly, truly grateful to you. Before I start, Dr. Nitin Shah and Dr. Kwan, you mentioned the name of International School for Jain Studies. May I request the alumni of the International School for Jain Studies, please just stand up for 1 second, those who are here. So today's program, what we are going to celebrate is because of you from Italy, from UC Riverside, and all over the place. You laid the foundation. If we did not have scholars, we would not have chairs. Okay? So my tributes to you. Dr. Shah, I have prepared a 1-hour speech. But and 1 minute already gone, 59 more minutes. But anyway, thank you. I must have paid you this morning to say my name at least 10 times. I don't deserve that, but anyway, apart from that. So let me begin. It's a beautiful journey, especially for me and for all of us. Jai Jinendra, and my heartfelt pranam to all of you. And if I may request for 1 more second, Brian Donaldson, come and stand with me, please. Brian, where are you? Just stand. We are celebrating you. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Wow. What an incredible moment this is. September 6, 2011. You mentioned that. And I call it 10 years before that, there was 9/11. That was of destruction. 9/6, September 6, 2011, at your place was a moment of ahimsa. It remains etched in my memory, a day when Dr. Philip Clayton and Brian Donaldson warmly invited Dilip Shah, who is here, and I, along with L.A. Jain Sangh, to formally establish. Thank you. See, we need you. L.A. Jain Sangh to formally establish Jain studies at Claremont School of Theology. On that bright day, it was a beautiful sunny day, nearly 100 Jain leaders from Los Angeles gathered for that what would be a landmark event. It was probably the first time by and at CST that a delicious Jain vegan lunch was served outdoors. I don't think CST had served a Jain vegan lunch before, not to my knowledge. You did that. Something truly special. That day, our journey began with a ceremonial lighting of the lamp we call diya, and using vegan oil, not ghee. And you brought that. Overnight, you looked at where you can find a vegan oil in CST's magnificent auditorium. To symbolize the light we were about to spread, lamp after lamp. From that moment, despite numerous challenges, we have never looked back. After 1 month of this event, 14 years ago, Dr. Philip Clayton and I came to visit this very temple. It was on Mahatma Gandhi's birthday. And where you are right now, you might have, if you have gone upstairs on the second floor, on the second floor, there's a beautiful replica of Samosaran, a symbol of signifying Bhagwan Mahavir's delivering his sermons of ahimsa to all, humans and non-humans alike, in all corners of the world. And there is a replica upstairs. Seeing this, Dr. Clayton said that message of Bhagwan Mahavir and ahimsa belongs to the whole world and must be shared. Together, under the guidance of Philip Bhai, President Kwan, Dr. Brian Donaldson, Nitin Shah, Sushma Parikh, and Vinu Mehta, you have kept the flame of Jain studies burning brightly, setting an extraordinary high standard, very high standard, in offering top-tier courses in Jain in this field. A very special note of gratitude also goes to CST, the very first, the very first Christian institution for we Jains to become partner with. We had not partnered with any Christian institution before. And your wisdom and generosity have paved the way for us to collaborate with. And listen, Dr. Hagia, you were the first one. And today, other prestigious Christian and in other institutions, including Loyola Marymount University, and here in LA, Catholic Pontifical University in Sao Paulo, Brazil, Polytechnic University in Philippines, which is a very Catholic place, and hopefully soon, Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. Not yet, but we are moving. 5 institutions which are all Christians. We had none 12 years ago. Okay? In addition, we have also established a chair in Hebrew Jewish University in Israel. So we have gone all the Abrahamic religion okay? Hebrew University in Israel in Jain studies, and also in Pakistan at 2 places. Many of you may not know. This is truly remarkable. On behalf of my Jain friends, I extend my deepest gratitude to all of you, especially President Kwan and President Hagia, for believing in us and never giving up. And your commitment to this journey has been unwavering. Let us all, my friends, give a very loud and heartfelt round of applause to all these remarkable leaders. Who have guided us on the path of knowledge, compassion, interdependence. They have lit the lamps of Gyan Mandir, temple of knowledge, rooted in ahimsa, karuna, compassion, a wisdom free from prejudices of caste, creed, gender, ethnicity, and religion. And today, as we gather once again on this 6th of April, that was 6th of September. Again today, 6th of on this day, another special 6th day. Soon we are about to witness the creation of the Bhagwan Chandra Prabhu Endowed Professorship in Jain Studies at CST, right here in this very beautiful, sacred, holy place. And on this day, just adjacent building of this, nearly 400 our young youth, they are learning the lesson of ahimsa right today, right now. Okay? Some of them will be future students at CST. This position will ensure that Jain studies with its core principle of unconditional ahimsa, aparigraha, anekant, and its relevance to contemporary issues will continue to thrive at CST for generations to come, as Dr. Kwan mentioned. We are deeply honored that Professor Venu Mehta will hold the inaugural position, okay? Not anybody else, a Jain inaugural position. And I request another big round of applause for Venu Mehta and for CST. And now, dear Brianna, I've not forgotten you. You are a troublemaker. And I say good troublemaker. Huh? Good trouble, and keep on making those kind of troubles for us, because you pave the way for us. Nearly 2 decades ago, you shared a vision which I want to share with you, Dr. Hagia. When she went to attend the IASGS, she wrote on the application why she wants to attend the International School for Jain Studies. Nobody has ever matched the vision she established, she wrote. And she said, this doctor, at that time she was just a student, she said, I want to hear everyone talking about Jainism. I want religion and philosophy department teaching it. I want ecologists and agricultural technicians exploring its sustainability model. I want animal ethicists investigating it. I want metaphysicians engaging its textual and cosmological claims. I want the economics department examining its charitable and giving solvents. These are your words. Okay? What a great vision. Brian, your clarion call has been the guiding light for us. Today, Jain studies have touched nearly 50 universities in 12 countries. There was none at that time. Okay? And we are getting started. Look at how far we have come, all stemming from the very lamp we lit together at CST 14 years ago. Our passionate and visionary leader, Dr. Jaswant Modi, says the 21st century will be the century of Jain studies worldwide. And we are continuing to march on that path. My dear brothers and sisters, because of his vision, only 4 months ago, Jaswant Modi and his wife Meera and our Jain professor from England, University of Birmingham, who is here, Professor Mary Helene Goris, they were invited for a private audience with the Pope Francis at Vatican. What a great honor. So this was in November 2024. One more minute. Okay? We, we are we are where we are because of the inspiring leadership and generous spirit of Jason Bai, Meera Ben, and many other Jain donors. They are all doers and make us all very proud. Many, many anumodana to all of you. Today, right here, the presence of scholars from Italy. We have here my niece from Italy. She came from Turin University just for this event. Okay, Erika Kranti from Birmingham University, professor for Jain Studies from Birmingham University in England is here. And various esteemed universities across the US, they are testament to how far-reaching these lights have become. As we reflect on our journey, I'm reminded of the beautiful song from the Bollywood movie, Hindi movie, Bollywood film Prem Pujari. This is some of my friends will know. Deep se deep jalate chalo, gyan ki ganga bahate chalo. What it means, this song conveys a powerful message of love, warmth, and positivity, urging us to continue spreading light and love, no matter the challenges. Let one lamp light the other, and then 1,000 lamps will follow. And Lord Buddha said, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not diminish. Happiness never decreases by being shared. So in the end, and I'm coming in 30 seconds, I'm looking at you. In the end, we all say, and I will first say, and then please repeat with me, Jai Jinendra, the journey has just begun. Jai Jinendra, the journey has just begun. In the light of Ahimsa, we are all one. In the light of Ahimsa, we are all one. 1,000 lamps, our message to share. 1,000 lamps, our message to share. The world united in compassion and care. The world united in compassion and care. In the temple of knowledge, where we return, in the temple of knowledge where we return, for thousands, through Ahimsa, compassion and grace, through Ahimsa, we illuminate the world in every place. We illuminate the world in every place. Jai Jinendra, thank you, appreciate. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you very much. What can we tell a grandfather anyway, right? Thank you, Dr. Selekji. And now I request the esteemed president of Claremont School of Theology, President Bishop Grant Hagia, for the response. Thank you.
Oh, it's okay. I'm good. Thanks, Dr. Shah. I bring you greetings on behalf of the Claremont School of Theology. Jai Jinendra. I hope that was close. I don't want to embarrass my Jain mentor, Dr. Vinu Metu, who provides kind of the direction for all of us in terms of Jain studies at Claremont. My heart is filled with profound gratitude for all of you gathering today, and especially for all of our leadership. Our thanks goes out to the entire Jain community, represented by the Jain Center of Southern California and President Shah. We want to thank Dr. Sukha Jain, who provides the sense of worldwide influence of Jainism. And I could have listened to you for an hour, Dr. Jain, but definitely more than 1 minute. I'm glad you were granted that. We want to thank our relationship with Arianta and Dr. Parveen Jain. And we're grateful for all of the major donors to this endowed professorship, especially Dr. Jaswant Modi, who has led with a major gift, and all of you who gather who also contributed. To our own Board of Trustees member, Dr. Nitin Shah, and his wife, who gives their all for this community and ours, and the whole world, really. Dr. Shah is one of those who tirelessly gives to children all over the world with free medical care. And we're you just set the bar for us, Dr. Shah, and we're grateful. And finally, for Dr. Jeffrey Kwan, who forms the vital bridge between our communities, and with all of the leaders, brings us together as one today. We also want to thank our first endowed chair professor, Dr. Vinu Mehta. She blesses all of us with her scholarship and her commitment to make the world a better place. Thank you all for making this day possible. I don't want to take up too much time, and I don't want Dr. Shah to give me the cutoff sign, but let me share just one example of which Dr. Kwan already shared, and that is the joint class that Dr. Jeffrey Kwan and Dr. Vinu Mehta are teaching right now on forgiveness. Forgiveness. In our world of deep, radical polarization, division, and harm, this subject of forgiveness is critical to all of us. That they teach us this and live this in their daily lives, and they're trying to model this for their students. They demonstrate that the two great traditions of Christianity and Jainism can come together as one. And there are so many more commonalities than there are differences among us. They try to live out this vision under the values that the world so desperately needs today. And let me summarize those values in our CST values, which is compassion, justice, and belonging. May it be so, not just for us today, but for the whole world. May it be so. Thank you again.
Thank you, President Hagia. To follow up with the forgiveness seminar, maybe I should ask forgiveness from all the speakers for hurrying you guys up. Thank you. Now, let's hear from the chair of the Board of Trustees of Claremont School of Theology, Ms. Patricia Ferris. Thank you.
My remarks will be brief, Dr. Shah, and they come from the bottom of my heart. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Claremont School of Theology, I am delighted to take part in this signing ceremony. Thank you very much. In this ceremony establishing the Bhagwan Chandra Prabha Professorship in Jain Studies at the Claremont School of Theology, to facilitate the exchange of ideas, to create new knowledge, and to train graduate students to ensure the continued study and relevance of this ancient, beautiful Jain religion. You know, when established, the Claremont School of Theology was the first ecumenical seminary of the United Methodist Church. And that early work across the Christian community soon evolved into our interfaith work with Jewish, Muslim, Buddhist, and Jain partners across interreligious, intercultural, and global contexts. Now, this new initiative creates a unique perspective on pressing global challenges, particularly emphasizing the principles of nonviolence, universal tolerance, and compassion towards humans, animals, the environment, the ecology, as outlined in Jain teachings over 2,500 years ago. The board is deeply grateful to all of you who have so generously contributed to this new endowed chair, and especially to our fellow trustee, Dr. Nitin Shah, for envisioning and collaborating with so many of you to bring this historic initiative into being. Across the decades, throughout the life of CST, our experiences together witness to what is often called the power of synergy, that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts or separate components, that our combined collaborative impact is greater than what can be achieved by working separately. Together, we affirm that the wider the circle, the deeper our understandings, the richer our love and respect for one another. The more profound and transformative is the witness we make to and for the world, all its peoples, and all creation. Now, as our journey together continues in this new chapter, we give thanks for this beautiful life-giving vision, for magnanimous generosity, and for faithful work, offering to the world our testimony to lasting harmony, profound respect, and abiding peace. On behalf of our Board of Trustees, I give heartfelt thanks to you, each and all.
Thank you very much. We have purposely moved Dr. Modi to speak in the end. And the next step of signing ceremony will also move towards the end. I'm going to invite the Chief Executive Officer of Arihant Institute, Dr. Parveen Jain. And while he walks in, I think it is fair for me to tell you the names of all the families, which are almost 20, who are contributing to this chair, and I'll keep the last one as a real surprise to all the donors. So, starting with Dr. Jaswant and Dr. Meeraben Modi, Arihant Institute, Maheshbhai and Ushaben Wadar, Dr. Sanjeev Suba Jain, along with his son, Dr. Surya Jain, Aparigra Foundation, represented by myself, Kinna, my wife, and my friend Rohak and Swati Vora, Dr. Kirti and Asa Jain, Dilip and Susma Parekh, Ronak Zaveri, Narendra and Surekha Jain, Vijay and Madhu Chheda, Jagdish and Jayu Shah, Prembai and Sandhyaben Jain, Dr. Parag and Dulari Dosi, Pankaj and Dr. Preeti Shah, Naveen and Divya Gangar, Dr. Parveenji and Nirajji Jain, Mr. Bipin and Rekha Shah, Prashant and Komal Desai, Dr. Sulek and Raviji Jain, and someone who is doing this with, we call it Tan, Man, and Dan in Gujarati language. Tan means body, Man means mind, and Dan means money. And that's none other than Dr. Jeffrey Kwan. He not only has put in his mind and body, but also has put in his funds towards this chair. We truly and very deeply appreciate Dr. Kwan. Dr. Parveen Jain.
I know you'll have to move it down, so. Jai Jinendra. Good to see everybody. thank you for our Southern California team to give us the opportunity to talk. I very rarely feel nervous. I very rarely feel nervous, but I am, and you will know in a minute the reason for that. First of all, congratulations to our CST team for doing hard work so that an endowment becomes possible. And Jain community shows confidence in you. And I can tell you on behalf of Jain community, our Arihant Institute team has just a tremendous experience with this CST team. They are pretty much like Jains, to the extent that I've started calling Jeff Kwan Jeff Bhai, literally, and he calls me Parveen Bhai. So this is mutual respect that we have gained. And together with them, we have done, Arihant Institute has done great strides over the last year and a half or so that we have been working together. We started out MA in Engaged Studies program, probably the first one outside of India, and it has done tremendously. I think in 4 terms that we have had, we have 12 or 13 students, depending on how we count, who are actually enrolled in MA program. Plus, over the 4 terms, we have had 20 enrollments, sorry, not 20, 80 enrollments, 80 to 85 enrollments in our courses as CST. And now, some other universities are coming and joining us to take those courses through CST program, all because of you, CST team. Really, really appreciate that. Arihant Institute, I just want to take a couple of minutes to talk about it. I think June last year, I gave you a lot of information. Consider this as an update to that information. Last year, we started Vegan Studies Initiative. Over the, I would say around 12, 15 months, we have done just tremendous work in that. We have offered 10 courses, which have been attended by about 250 students. We have offered, I think 12 lecture series. About 750 people have attended those webinars. We feel very sort of prideful of that. And other thing that I want to share, I sort of, not in a prideful manner, but at least I want to share almost all the registrants in the courses as well as the webinars were non-Jains, non-Indians. So I think we are reaching out to wider community with our program. Having seen the success, at least what we feel is a tremendous success in that program, we have started 2 more programs this year. One is Compassion Studies Initiative, and we are going to offer maybe 10 or 11 courses in that, and then talk series are happening. And then we have a conference coming up in Compassion in Action, April 19 and 20. Believe it or not, as of today morning, I thought it was a loud applause. So as of today morning, in that conference, we have around 250 registrations. And keep in mind, we still have 2 weeks to go. And 2 weeks before the conference is the major time for new enrollments to come. I think we will reach about 500 as we did for our vegan conference 2 years ago. So this is, by the way, it's going to be really unique, Compassion in Action, where we talk about compassion using Jain philosophy, not just theoretical. We want to talk in a very bold manner. We want to talk about it, how we take compassion and actually build a life around us so that everybody is encouraged to participate in actions of compassion. Like Nitin Bhai has been doing, he's going to be one of the course providers in our program. We want to see people how to get involved in compassion activities and learn from them. And through that process, we want to show them how and why they should participate in these kind of activities. And that's very important, particularly compassion, given the times we are living in. I would say that has become one of the most important things to do, to talk about, and encourage and motivate people to get involved in. And actually, we are looking at very seriously, I think we will have a course on compassion in leadership, particularly addressed towards political life. And we are hoping through, I have a couple of friends in US Congress, through them we can sort of give that kind of information to our political leaders. Even if one of them adopts it, that's a win for all of us. So I think that's the kind of activity we are involved in. Other one that we have started, and I would think we are the first ones, at least outside of India, the study of Jain yoga. We have started a center for the study of Jain yoga, and we have a lineup of courses. That the main reason that we wanted to bring out Jain yoga is that yoga has become very commercialized, okay? But what yoga has become is just a physical exercise, asanas. But actual yoga, if you look at Jain practice of yoga, starts after that, which is dhyan, contemplation. And that's the yoga that takes to the stage that we want to get to. And that is what we want to bring out, this study of Jain yoga. Again, we already have a number of courses in that. And we're going to add some more. Nitin Bhai is giving me some signs, I guess. We'll add some more courses and talks, and that's going to be a very active program in the next 12 to 18 months. And we invite you to work with us very quickly, very shortly. Investment in that program is for the welfare of the world community, not just Jain community, not the North American community. It's to help the worldwide community. Now, something that I want to share with you, we are sharing today's day with CST in a similar fashion. I'm very excited to announce that we have our first endowment signed up. And it's $1 million endowment that has been already signed up and all that. It's going to be Tirthankar Shiran Sanath Endowment for Professorship in Vegan and Animal Advocacy Studies. Thank you. Thank you very much. And as you know, we are just in third year of our very, very long journey. To have this kind of support is just amazing, tremendously encouraging. And I cannot describe. We are still working on signing up. As you can see, my hands are shaking. We are still working on signing up a couple of other endowments, particularly in compassionate action. We really want that to become real. This endowment has become possible through ways. Those are the two sponsors. One name is very familiar to you, Dr. Jashwant Bhai Modi and his wife, Meeraben Modi. And the second name, I'm very proud to say that name is Namrata Patel and her husband, Nagib. Namrata is a young Jain. She is in their dentist by profession. Born in India, but raised pretty much all her life in America. I would pretty much say she is American or next generation Jain who has signed up to the endowment. Nitin Bhai and Suleik Bhai probably know it better, but I think she's the first US born Jain to contribute to the world. Am I correct? That's, uh, that's very significant. I think it should go in our history books. And she has been donating to our Health Institute for the last 3 years now. And this is on top of what she has been doing. So, Namrata, come here please for a second. And by the way, the professor who's going to occupy this chair for vegan studies and animal advocacy studies is with us, Dr. Dick Stein. Come here. He's the one who has been running our vegan studies program for almost a year. Again, he's not just an animal lover and vegan. He's a vegan himself, head to toe, as I spoke last time. And he's a very compassionate person. So I'm going to have Namrata say a few words on this special occasion.
Jai Jinendra, everyone. As I am sitting here today, I'm delighted. It's such a pleasure to meet everyone here and really be involved. And what I really thought about speaking today was, I've had the pleasure of great guidance in my life, taking a lot of great things, best-selling authors, all this great stuff. What really moves me the most is I remember the call I gave to Brahmabai on my birthday 3 years ago. I said, I'm calling you. And he's like, oh, okay, what's going on? I'm just doing my house. I said, I'm calling because I want to donate $10,000 and kick off Arihanta because we need to invest in our future. And one of the things that we find is that when there is good knowledge, people keep it to themselves. We do not share it. And what I really loved about our concept is that we're sharing that knowledge not just locally, but globally. And we're defining any boundaries, there's race, there's gender. There is none of that. And for me, that is true Jainism, because all we see is Atma. We see the soul. We see that we want to contribute to one another because we have this energy that we share, and all we want is nirvana all together, and let everyone rise. Not just one person, not a group, but all of us. Let's all rise and rise together. And so it's my delight to be here today. Thank you so much. My heart is filled with joy. And this is what I really call true wealth, is when we are fulfilled. Thank you. Thank you, Uncle.
Yep. I think that's all. I think Nitin Bhai stood up and he wants me to go sit down. No, thank you very much, Nitin Bhai, for giving us the opportunity. Thank you very much, Southern California, for giving us I wanted to announce it here because Jaswant Bhai is here, and this is the place that really invigorates Jain studies around the world. So that's really, really good to see. Jaswant Bhai.
Thank you, Dr. Parveen Jain, Dr. Namrata Ben. This is fantastic. Before, of course, we saved the best for the last. So before we hear from Jaswant Bhai Modi, Parveen Ji and Namrata Ben, Mr. Ronak Zaveri is a young American-born donor for Claremont School of Theology. So we just made it too. And with that, Dr. Modi, he is our last speaker. He will conclude, and then we have just one other minute, and then we will do the signing ceremony. Thank you.
Jai Jinendra. Thank you very much for all of your patience today. I am so happy that today we are signing 2 endowed chair for the Jain study. This has never happened but we hope that we repeat in the future. I will make remarks for the two endowments that we are doing it today. First, Claremont School of Theology. Jains are few in numbers, but the Jainism has rich culture. It has an oldest scriptures and a basic tenets, and it has influenced the humanity for centuries. CST will offer master and a PhD program in a Jain philosophy to modern personal, professional, and the spiritual life challenges. This program has many salient features. It's designed for diverse learners, Jains, non-Jains, professional, students in nonviolence, respect for all views, and need to help others. That program has an expert faculty teaching, engage Jainism with the practical applications across different life domains. It has prepared graduates for personal growth, entrepreneurship, and the potential advanced scholarly research. It emphasizes ethical development and the interdisciplinary understanding of a Jain philosophical wisdom. It will be the first in the institution to offer Hindi and Gujarati language classes as electives. This will be the foundation of a further research and an immersion project. It will offer Jain art and aesthetics, embodying devotion, nonviolence, and spirituality, and hopefully Jain chorus in the future. This master and PhD program will offer interreligious course offerings. It will enhance the integration of the Jain principles with insights from yoga, dharma traditions, and other religious philosophies. This approach fosters a deeper understanding of the intersection and an application of these principles in a various contexts. Some of the potential benefits of this interreligious approach includes broadened perspectives, exposure to diverse spiritual traditions and the philosophies, critical thinking analysis of complex issue through multiple lenses, holistic understanding and an integration of the Jain principle with other wisdom traditions, practical applications, exploration of how these principles can be applied in the real world context. This program will also offer nonviolence in practice case studies of the projects that demonstrate the application of the ahimsa in the various fields. Sustainability and simplicity, exploring the relationship between the aparigraha and the environmental sustainability. Interfaith dialogue and cooperation, examining the role of Anekantvad in fostering respectful and collaborative relationship between different faith traditions. By incorporating this perspective and application, the master and PhD program can provide students with a rich and a nuanced understanding of a Jain philosophy and its relevance to contemporary issues of the Jainism. All living beings are created of God, and everybody has a right to live. This endowment has been made possible by the Claremont School of Theology, as we hear by Dr. Jeffrey Kwan and everybody else for the last 15 years. So Jain community, thank you very much. I'm going to make some remarks for the Arihant Institute. As the founder and Parveen Bhai Jain mentioned, this is the first endowment for Arihant Institute, and we hope that there would be many in the future. Bhagwan Seance Endowment for the Vegan Study and the Animal Rights now has been established, and I am glad that you heard before, Namrata Ben has joined the hands with us and made this possible, so thank you very much. As highlighted in Ayurveda, the idea that we are what we eat, it suggests that the energy and intentions behind the food that we consume, it can have a significant impact on our physical and an emotional health. The impact of the animal agriculture, the treatment of the animals in the dairy industry, including the separation of the cows from their mothers, it can be a source of a significant distress and the trauma for the animals. Hormones and the emotions causes the stress and the fear experienced by the animals. It can be transferred to the milk and the meat that is produced, potentially affecting the consumer's emotion and the physical well-being. Compassion and an empathy, recognizing the inherent value and the dignity of all living beings, including animals, it can inspire more compassionate food choices. Understanding the impact of food choices on the animal welfare, the environment, and the human health, it can empower individuals to make an informed choices. Aligning the food choices with your personal values, such as compassion and the sustainability, it can promote a more harmonious and a balanced lifestyle. Holistic well-being, considering the interconnectedness of all living beings and the environment, it can inspire a more holistic approach of the health and the well-being and a more peaceful earth. My perspective on compassion and the vegan education is rooted in the principles of Jainism, emphasizing the importance of respecting all living beings and recognizing the interdependence of the life. What do you think the Holy Scriptures emphasize that during the Yogic era, in the time cycle, people were very innocent and naive because the diet and the lifestyle was completely plant-based. There was no aggression. The concept of ahimsa and the nonviolence is central to this approach, encouraging individuals to consider the impact of the choices on all forms of the life. Tirthankar Seance Endowment for the Professorship in Vegan and the Animal Advocacy Studies will include key aspects of the vegan education, compassion and an empathy, recognizing the inherent value and the dignity of all living beings, interdependence and the interconnectedness, understanding the relationship between humans, animals, and the environment. The professorship will also include Jain principles and the modern relevance. Tirthankar's teaching highlighting the timeless wisdom of Jainism and its relevance to the contemporary issues. Pandemic and the global awareness recognizing the impact of the human actions on the environment and the importance of the compassion and sustainability. This professorship will also teach empowering informed choices, education and awareness, providing individuals with accurate information about the benefits of the plant-based lifestyle. Personal values and the decision-making, empowering individuals to make choices that align with their values and promote a more compassionate and a sustainable lifestyle. I'm also happy to report that since 2018, this Jain Center of Southern California has been a vegan, at least so far. Jai Jinendra, and thank you very much for your time.
all good things have to end. And we all need to move on. So I would, on behalf of Samir Shah, the president of Jain Center of Southern California, who couldn't be here, would like to thank all of you for your time. Also, the Jain Center for offering us this facility. And my apologies to the speakers who I had to hurry up, Dr. Sulaik Jain and Dr. Parveen Jain. Sincerely, Achami Dukram. And now, we are going to move on with the signing ceremony. So all the donors for Claremont School of Theology, as well as for Arihant Institute, to make it simple, I will request that for Arihant Institute, let's go on that side to my left for the signing. And then for Claremont School of Theology, all the donors, please come to the right side. We'll be moving chairs this way. And while the signing starts, for all of you, we will wear the shoes and wait in front of the wooden temple for lunch. We're going to go from outside to the back church property, and we all will have a separate arrangement for lunch. So you will see probably, as Sulekji said, 400, but the number is actually 450 plus children and adults, so there will be a lot of people. So just wait outside. Dr. Modi and myself, we will lead you to the back for lunch. After that, I would say between 1 and 1:15, we will meet again, all those for the conference, in front of the wooden temple, and we will do the tour. And Sivani Ben, I think we will be able to start latest 2, probably a little bit earlier than 2 o'clock for the California State University of Long Beach second annual conference. Thank you. With that, I request all the donors, please don't feel shy, just come up. We've got the documents ready up here, and we will need to move chairs. And last but not the least, cannot forget the audiovisual team. Andy Bhai, Nilesh Bhai, sorry, I don't know your name. And there were 3, 4 other ladies and young, and Minaben Choksi for the decoration that she came and did for us. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's move the chairs to this side so that we can be seen. And all the donors, please come forward. For all the people who are not married, I have a news for you. All the people who are not married, what will I do without my wife? She reminded me of something that we were supposed to do before the signing ceremony. But we all continue this. I am going to give a gift that Kinna and I have brought from India to 6 of Claremont School of Theology officials. So, Jai Janendra, good afternoon. Please give me 1 more minute. Kinna and I have brought this little gift. Kinna, can you bring one of them? That I will request President Hagia, Dr. Kwan, Ms. Patricia Ferris, Venu Mehta, and Brian Donaldson to come here to receive this gift. Yes, we will all do it together. Yeah. Brian, come forward. It is this, if you can see, please feel free to start walking to wooden temple so that we can proceed for lunch. Make sure you wear your shoes now. Okay, there will be people there guiding you for lunch. So please, let's start moving to in front of wooden temple.